What up, everybody? It's Ponter here, and today we've got a special game. It's not so special because it's a pub game, but it's a pub game played recently in June of 2021, and it's interesting because it really shows how easy it is actually to score quite high in a even in a 4v4, which this actually turns out to be. And it's kind of it's a pretty scuffed game for a few reasons. Basically, I only have one competent player on my team. We've got Zeus dropping the double heavy already in the middle of nowhere. We've got a guy who hasn't joined yet. There he comes in. So Tuna and Zeus are very new, and Frenok is okay. Like, he at least knows what he's doing. He'll give me TA, for instance, but he does some weedy things as air, and he has a lot of trouble with their composition. And now, yeah, see, look, the mediums right off the bat from this Predex guy. So they were doing pretty standard, Diamer's support. They're doing double support, actually. Never mind, they're not doing standard stuff. Oh, yeah. So Bravo and Diamer are going support, and then Clark is on armor and Predex. This guy's pretty competent. Now I spread out and try to get some caps immediately. I get pushed pretty hard here. I forget about moving up here, which I'll get to eventually. But it's not looking good for us off the bat. Frenok gets absolutely destroyed. Kind of expect it when he's running up against double support and a medium air player. And I'm not going to have a lot of help from this armor player. I'm not going to have any help at all from this Zeus guy. He's basically going to feed the whole game. But I know I have to counter Bravo up here, so I change my spawn and I send in a bunch of units. And you'll see this is a big important thing that a lot of players don't do. And look at this prevent, like, literally the first thing they do is napalm me. That's great. Yeah, it's moving. Oh yeah, and this guy Zeus gets the necessary third. No AA at all. Just wonderful. But I moved my spawn here from here, and now I move it back because I need to send stuff into town, and I also need to send stuff over here because basically I have to play the whole map, and my plan is kind of chop it up on the flanks. To the best of my ability, and then look at them already dropping tanks up there, and then keep throwing units down the middle, and just feeding them. Agony. It's absolute agony. And they take the bridge. Am I gonna be able to kill this tank? Yeah, that's lucky. And yeah, in the meantime, trying to deal with this medium anti-air spam. It's just fucking awful. And Frenok is having, like, I'm kind of glad I didn't do. I was gonna play air, but I realized I needed to play inf just because the team was so lacking, and I'm glad I did, because dealing with this kind of shit is awful. And we take the bridge, and I've moved the initial AT into this sweet spot here. He almost dies. But I keep him alive and reinforce him, and this guy's gonna be clutch the whole game, and beg for TA. And this is the only reason. This is the only way I think you can score 2K points consistently, as inf is just getting a ton of TA fed to you. So like this Tuna guy, at least he's smart enough to know to give me TA, and also Frenok will give TA when I ask, and frequently as well. So. And Zeus, not learning, just getting more and more arty. Well, like Tuna's bringing in his own anti-air out of desperation. And now, this is Bravo's solution. A normal person would go infantry. But Bravo's not normal. He's going to stick with support, doing the double support. And he's instead, to manage my infantry, he's going to spam medium artillery for the entire game, and it's going to be awful. So we're going to look forward to seeing that. In the meantime, I'm trying to control their drops. I'm guessing I'm not sure whose drops I'm going up against. I guess, oh yeah, Clark's drops. Um, which, I mean, it's gonna be, no matter how well you micro as an armor player doing drops, and yeah, nice recapping. I have to dodge my own team's artillery, of course, but yeah. If you're an armor player going up against an inf player in a drop war, you're gonna lose most of the time, unless like you're a very good player and you're going up against a very bad player, or you have an insane amount of TA. So Clark is ultimately going to lose, and even Tuna is doing drops, which is incredible. But Clark's going to lose the drop war eventually, and yeah, this is hilarious. We'll see some self-killery later. I draw, because we have no reps, I drop Jeeps for Frenok's sake, but I'm pretty sure they get immediately destroyed, or I forget about them and they get destroyed, which is my bad. Always when you're dropping Jeeps, move them, because the team can see them coming in, and when you're up against dickheads, they'll immediately kill them. And Frenok, that's why you bring a scout. It's classic. And now I'm doing some sneaky breaky stuff. So we've got town. Things are looking up, really. We've got a good position in town. We've controlled the gas station. I've got a set of drops coming down here. I control the woods. More napalm is coming in, obviously. And yeah, I'm just waiting because I'm waiting for the air to go away. I'm waiting for Bravo to fuck off, and I'm waiting for the drops to come in, and then I'm gonna do a simultaneous attack. Oh yeah, and there goes the Jeeps. Fuck's sake. Oh, and it was Clark too. She adds insult to injury. And yeah, the triple arty's blasting away, and I'm going for a big push, and with Tuna as well, coming in to help out. And I use clusters a lot, basically because we have no way of killing all this shit. Like, our air is kind of... Oh, yeah, Zeus is getting spawn raped. And I'm begging to kill the medium arty, because it's getting out of hand. Like, I can't survive in town. Like, every building is getting shelled constantly. Everything is getting burned. Anytime Bravo has a whiff of my infantry, it's getting medium arty'd. So that's a problem we're going to have to deal with. And yeah, we've been completely pushed out of town, but we still hold the flanks. And I'm ready to start dumping infantry into these woods again. These guys are still holding, and another wave of drops is coming down on us, which I'm kind of unprepared for. My sniper's going to get wiped out. And another missed air-to-air, that's great. I managed to go, oh yeah, Diomber's dropping these ones, which is even more inefficient, but I guess they're desperate to deal with me. And I can't believe at any point one of these guys should have went infantry. It's pretty baffling to go double support. Maybe they were being sporting because our team is so shit. Like, we're basically playing 3v4 right now. Although Bravo, again, counts as like half a player. And yeah, yeah, he pushes up here, decaps, generously. Medium artying the truck in the open. Hate to see it. And I'm going to miss out on this cap, which I hate to see. Oh, and Diomber's getting medium arty too. That's great. In the meantime, yeah, our push in town has completely been stuffed, and we've lost gas station, so we're losing again. It's not good. I've got air, banging me hard. And Zeus is just bringing in more arty. So we're not going to see any respite from this. This Predex has pretty much air supremacy with this weird hybrid combo. And we got clusters coming in. That's great. Not getting the cap. I get airbanged and then burned out. The sanitizing the corpses, I guess. But this is good. This is good teamwork. Tuna, fantastic. What an excellent cap. If only we could have some, simultaneous... What you really want is having, a tank in the slot. A tank over here is good, I guess. And maybe some lights over here. But it's pretty much impossible. Oh, yeah. They must have got a drop in here somewhere, and now he's just like shooting the building itself. Oh yeah, yeah. So there's a drop in here, and a drop must be in here somewhere. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, and he's getting already dropped on him too. It's spectacular. But we control this again, and we're softening this up. I sent an APC to see if I can do some, and I'm slowly introducing more APC. I realize now how good APCs are as inf. Like, it's so versatile. It's just great stuff. Especially kind of in the late game, and especially when you have a terrible armor player or no armor players at all, or a bad armor support combo. An APC is great. So I'm trying to be aggressive here, and look at this. A weedy move for sure, dropping it, but actually comes in clutch because I botched my my TB and managed to get a spectacular cap, and then for good measure, another one on there. Why not? And we're holding on to both of these woods, kind of. My sniper died here. I never really replace it, but look at this. Oh, just brutal. But look at all the TA I'm getting, and we still hold the flanks, and I still have a good position in town. And they're doing like weirdo drops up here. Isn't gonna work. We have forts for days, and now I'm ready to push into town. Although we immediately get flanked here. And yeah, I don't know what Frenok is just kind of asleep at the wheel. Like, it'd be so easy to pull apart this as an air player. And Zeus is yet to learn anything. Just getting direct RD'd, getting killed by air. Baffling. Oh, and a nice air to air. I guess that's what he was doing instead of moving his choppers. Getting a sick air to air. And yeah, these things should be easily killed. Like, if I'm an air player, first of all, I'm not flying into the medium air blob. I'm hooking around here and killing at least a couple of those. Like, I would YOLO for that just for the sake of killing medium air. But I take matters into my own hands. And I make a... Yeah, don't charge. Oh. But his valiant effort distracts Bravo. And I get that precision RD. Very rarely do I use precision RD, but it's gratifying when it happens, especially against such a shitty way to play, your triple stack of medium RDs. Awful. And yeah, the nuke comes in. Yeah, and Frenok, it's funny because Bravo for some reason switches to our team, and then Frenok says nice use of pre-art. And yeah, the Diamar nuke was unexpected, but I figure with no inf player, yeah, and I was expressing my dislike of Bravo, mainly because I was mad at him for using my medium RD. And yeah, I think I kill myself here. Yeah, that's great. He was out of the circle. That's bullshit. Like, the direct RD was here. He was all the way over here. Well, whatever. And yeah, things have not stabilized. We only hold the sawmill. And yeah, Tuna has like really overcommitted to sawmill. And it's gonna cost him. When you're doing this, you want to always keep your medium anti-air vehicles near a vehicle. Oh, he kind of gets it. See, yeah, that's smart. Because this Predex guy has no scout chopper. So that's good stuff. Looks like an attempted air-to-air against Frenok. And Frenok does some bad, he just stops getting a scout. Which is just really frustrating to see. And yeah, look at this. I'm going all APCs now. And let's just do a score check. Yeah. The scores are pretty decent. Embarrassing. Like, this Pred guy is just embarrassing Bravo and Clark. This guy is like a sergeant with a kind of a high average score, so I'm assuming he had some experience back in the day. But these guys have been playing nonstop for like a year or two. You kind of expect better. And yeah, I helped Frenok out with the line of sight, because again, he has no scout. and we take bridge, and we get a good comeback going. Again, we've lost Saw, but in the meantime we've locked this down, and I'm just terrorizing town and decapping town too, because I'm getting desperate. And this is what you got to do. Oh yeah, more on medium already. Yeah, that's great. This is what you got to do as a Inf player. You got to play the whole map. Like I'm probably gonna switch my spawn over here soon and take back Saw. You got to keep your drops here, and yeah, it's not so much the annoying voice; it's the terrible advice. Basically, anytime he says to do anything, you just do the opposite because it's going to cost you to follow what he says. And yeah, see, wouldn't it be nice to have a scout here? If you had a scout, you could have killed everything in town immediately. But I'm going to go for a YOLO cap. And oh, look, somebody's gassing town. I wonder who did that. It's not a very... Oh, Bravo did it. Okay. Surprised it wasn't our resident gas expert, Diamer. And yeah, I've switched my spawn. I'm going to push Saw again. Their attention is going to be taken on town. And it would have been nice to have some help in town from anybody. You know, it's a shame the clusters didn't kill those forts. It's just my luck. And we'll see. Yeah, no. And also, it would have been nice to have some air support over here. Split air is where it's at. You know, just oh yeah. And instead of he's going for like the blob of 5. You know, just baffling. We've continued to decap, so things aren't looking desperate. This is great micro on my part. It's probably busy dicking around somewhere else. Okay, here we go. Zeus has just stopped spawning. Maybe he's waiting for more artillery, or more reinforcement points for more artillery. And I'm just keeping pumping. So, and like, kudos to the team for giving me TA, because I basically had drops nonstop coming down. And, you know, we're 1,500 points with 3 minutes left. Ooh, nice. So we're going to need to score quite a bit to get it. I'm staying here so I can be involved in the sawmill, or in the gas station caps. And it's good to keep an inf there because of shit like that. And also to keep him on the edge. Like, notice there's only one dude in the circle. Yeah, in front, I'm resorting to scans. Like, get a goddamn scout. But it's okay. We're still winning. Tuna is keeping Bravo at bay. Oh, no, oh yeah, Zeus has finally decided to get AA. You know, 18 minutes late, but at least he figured it out. Now he just needs to learn how to move the AA and position it, but baby steps. But we're looking. We got a pretty good tick on them. Dodging the light arty. I'm begging for help in town. You know, we got heavy tanks and support. Like, their whole team is tryharding over here, and I'm all alone. I get light artied here. It's a shame. And the score is ticking up. I've got a huge stack of TA just from people giving it to me, I guess. Probably should have utilized that a little better. But I will start to do something with it. I start doing cluster drops up here, and I do one over here. Because I just want to decap this. And that's why I drop an airborne. Because I want to decap this just to give us a little bit more extra tick in this last minute. Desperate defense by Tuna. This is great. Preventing the decap. That's clutch. That's a game winner right there. The clusters come in, and now I'm just going to maximum effort into town. It's just such a shame this guy survives with a little bit of scrap of health. You know, kill the immobile Clark tank. And again, the APCs gunning it. You know, they're fast too, which is nice. And they have just an extra bit of survivability. I micro air this because I'm microing over here. Classic. And this guy's sitting on top of me. Well, Bravo switched to air. You know, what a dick. Doubling up on air against a team with no support player, but whatever. But he kills me, so I drop another tank there. And we're so close. I just need to decap this. Waiting for the clusters to come in. They got no forts. They have tank drops coming down, but those aren't going to help. And, you know, air player doesn't realize where the maximum effort needs to be. These guys need to be in town helping out, not killing stuff at Saw where there's no ground support units. And Frontox dropping the tank buster to kill that fort. Beautiful stuff. I didn't even notice that. Clutch though. And Zeus has entered the game. Finally, he's doing something right. He's in town where he has to be. He's even gonna shoot down an airplane or a helicopter in anger. And yeah, so close. Dodging my own clusters for the cap of town. Inexplicably, Clark is charging the wrong spot. We take town, and look at this score. Just gets pushed over. Oh, beautiful. USSR wins by their fingernails. Diarmer is raging. He's actually mad. He continues to complain in the chat, yelling about Saw. Like this is the first time I've seen him lose his cool in quite some time, and that's gratifying. And this is how you get a big score as infantry. A lot of command points and a lot of TA, and forwarding. That's what I do. But yeah, that was a good game, a good pub. Good to see some new players. Zeus has a lot to learn, but so does Bravo. So yeah, that's it for me. Hopefully Diarmer isn't too mad about this loss. But yeah, GG's, and hope to see you guys on the battlefield.